It is still morning in Nigeria. Democracy is just 8 years old. Our nation has changed for the better, but there is much left to do.
Nigeria needs a leader who will work to solve Nigeria's problems and create a fairer, more economically vibrant nation. Umaru Yar'Adua is a leader with a plan to address Nigeria's most urgent concerns. Born into a family with a history of public service, Umaru Yar'Adua's father, Malam Musa Yar'Adua, was a member of the House of Representatives and served as minister in the First Republic.
He brought us up to believe in hard work, honesty, and discipline.
And there's also something of the qualities of his father, Musa Yar'Adua, and his senior brother, late Shehu Yar'Adua, who I know very, very well. If you like, you may say that they have long tradition of public service, of decency in their family.
Yar'Adua was groomed to provide leadership, nurtured in tradition, but strengthened by his spirit and character.
I draw my inspiration from God. Like my late father told me, serving humanity is service to God.
The tradition that he is coming from is a tradition that radically changed the way Nigeria has been doing politics, a tradition that has always put people first.
Yar'Adua is at heart a teacher, an academic with an analytical mind. He studied and taught chemistry at the university level for years.
His was the greatest teacher that I've ever come across in chemistry. And that, of course, that has culminated into my being a doctor, a medical doctor here.
He is a man who studies everything, from the intricacies of particle physics to economic policy.
I read a lot. Even though I was a student of chemistry, I was interested in the development of my country, and that means I have to learn something about the economy of nations and the wealth of nations.
Yar'Adua is well versed in economic leadership. There is no greater testament to his capacity to be president than his record of achievement as governor of Katsina State.
This is a governor that inherited a state treasury with a negative balance of over 580 million.
The state's finances turned out to be worse than we had imagined.
He injected a lot of funds in providing medical equipment and instruments. He bought theater equipment. He bought diagnostic facilities like endoscopes. So he's done quite a lot in the health sector.
I believe Katsina State is unparalleled to any other state of the Federation. It was a product of organization. It was a product of an inspiring leadership and hard work.
He is one of what we consider a good example of good governance and good leadership. That is almost a very new thing in Nigeria.
I believe that his views are measured views, and of course he understands what development is all about.
Yar'Adua now has a plan for the nation, a clear course for success at home and on the international stage. The PDP Vision 2020 aspires to rank Nigeria among the 20 most developed economies in the world by the year 2020. His 7-point agenda begins decisively with power supply, the lifeblood of development.
But you cannot build a modern economy without sufficient and sustainable and stable power and energy. When I declare a national emergency, that is making the nation to recognize this fact also, so that we raise the generation to 30,000 megawatts by 2011 and 50,000 megawatts by 2015.
The next step comprises the fruit of the earth, agriculture and food security.
The first priority is that at least as a minimum, we must be able to feed ourselves as a nation. Food security means encouraging commercial agricultural production, and then investing heavily in research and development.
Yaradua has made the development of agriculture paramount in his own state. Production has improved dramatically in Katsina as a result of improved techniques that will be implemented on a national basis.
He helped us all with improved seeds, irrigation and pumping machines, pesticides and fertilizer.
The third step is wealth creation and the vision to make families self-sustaining by putting Nigerians to work.
The Nigerian elite has always talked about the national cake. No, the cake is the rent that is collected, and they want to share it and consume it. We need to develop the primary sectors of production to generate wealth.
Any incoming president, I'm sure, will want to work with all the sectors in the economy, particularly banking, finance, business, so that we will all put together our energies, our capabilities, and produce a better climate, infrastructure, you name it, for the average Nigerian.
The fight against corruption is an integral part of wealth creation.
Corruption is the reason why we have bad image, bad reputation, and that nobody wants to do business with us. We have to address it, we have to change.
And there is no society that can prosper and progress when disrespect for law and order is being condoned and celebrated.
Yaradua is known for his honesty and transparency.
He is the only public officer who, at the time when he was elected, declared his own assets and made it public.
In a society like ours, where the government is the major earner and spender of revenue, it takes courage for a political leader to apply resources in the appropriate direction.